Hey everybody, we are coming back at you from the enchanted Carrie Brown hideaway in the middle of the Nutmegger Forest, home of the fighting aprons. Today, we are going to do a very simple cooking skill / recipe. We are going to do pulled pork, but the reason why I say this is a cooking skill, because this basic premise can actually be done with beef, chicken, or just about anything to make a shredded meat that you can use on all kinds of applications and have in the fridge as a component to make things like taquitos with a crispy cheese shell, sandwiches with something like a Fox Hill bun, or a wrap with one of the folio cheese wraps. Having shredded meat on hand can be a great thing for your keto lifestyle to make things easy. It is easy to make as well, and you don't have to babysit it. Today I'm going to be using my Ninja, but this can be made in a crock pot, any kind of slow cooker, crock pot, Instapot, Ninja. I think Emeril Lagasse's got one out now. And you don't even have to thaw your meat. Frozen, rock hard, we don't care. It's going in. It's a little tight. So, one thing you want to make sure is it actually fits your crock pot. So, that was an issue. If you have one of the oblong crock pots, it'll get in there a bit better. There we go. Okay, we'll work it. All right. So, the ingredients are super simple. What you're going to do for adding the moisture, and adding the moisture to this is really going to help things fall apart. I have a little bit of bone broth. That's also going to add some nutrition to this. To get that smoky flavor as if it were outside on a smoker or a grill or like Kulua pig buried with the wood, I'm adding a bit of liquid smoke. Just a tiny bit. And to bring up that umami flavor, just a touch of liquid aminos. We had a question recently on Facebook, what's the difference between coconut aminos, regular liquid aminos, and tamari? The main difference is that coconut aminos are made from coconut and not soy, where you're avoiding a lot of the glyphosates, the genetically modified soy, the high phytoestrogens, which lead to breast cancer and prostate cancer in men, as well as a lot of other health issues. So that's why we prefer to use the coconut aminos. Next, I have some powdered garlic and a little bit of powdered onion. I'm going to throw in some black pepper and some salt. Now, I really don't want to go crazy with all the seasonings in here, and the reason is because I want to be able to use this for all kinds of applications. So the seasoning base that I've used in here can be fairly standard to be used if I wanted to make something that was more Hawaiian, more Asian, more Mexican style, or barbecue, straight up barbecue. You can use it for all of it. So that's why I'm using that simple seasoning mix. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to turn this guy on. We're going to put it on slow cooker mode. Hopefully I can get the lid on, which we might just need luck. Not quite. I'm going to have to off camera pound that down a little bit. But what we're going to do is, after I get this in here, I'm going to turn it on low. I'm going to let it cook for 8 hours, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you how to shred it up. And this is, like I said, this is so easy that this is one of the things I would make in the truck, to have a meat dish handy that I could just heat and use in all kinds of things. All right, so we'll see you on the next episode. Hey everybody, we are back with the finale of our pork belly video, or not pork belly, sorry, a pulled pork video. I've been doing a lot of pork belly lately, so that's just, you know. All right, so we're back with our pulled pork video. Now remember, as I said in the first video, the technique for cooking our pulled pork here can be used on chicken, beef, you know, any kind of large, tougher piece of meat that works really well with slow cooking. When you're selecting your meat for a shredded meat or pulled pork or pulled chicken, selecting a fattier and a tougher cut is great, because when you slow cook, you're really going to break down those muscle fibers and make everything really soft and tender, and it's just absolutely delicious, and it'll break apart like butter. Now with the Ninja has a ceramic lining to it, and you really don't want to scratch that. So if you can see right here, that ceramic lining is excellent for non-stick applications and to help keep things nice. But if you get in there with something metal and start scratching it up, you're going to ruin that surface. And it's a very thin ceramic coating, so it's really easy to scratch up. Now, if you have those plastic shredding claws that you can get in there, you could do what I'm going to do next right in the bowl. If you're using an Instant Pot, or let's say a crock pot with a clay crock, then you can get in there and not have to remove this whatsoever to shred. But because I have this ceramic lining, in order to shred it, because I'm going to shred it with forks, I have to remove it. And it'll start falling apart as I'm taking it out because it's so soft and tender. Now the juice that's left over in here, if you want, you could discard it, but you could also use it for flavoring other foods, for cooking some veggies in. If you want to thicken it and turn it into a sauce and add some things like tomatoes and other spices to it, you could do that as well. And you do have a lot of sauce. If you're cooking a bone-in cut of meat, then you can actually get the added benefits of the nutrients from the bone. Now, to shred, all you're going to do is in separate directions. You're going to get your forks in here, and you're just going to pull things apart. I probably should have put a washcloth down underneath the cutting board here, so it don't slide on me. Smooth surface with no real friction will shred that up. We'll make this thing slide all over the place. So all I'm doing is really just kind of scratching with the fork and just shredding everything in. If you can see the grains of the meat going against the grains will actually shred things a lot nicer. And I'm not going to do the entire thing in front of you right now, but as you can see, I got this nice shredded pork, and it's really tasty. It has real nice smoky flavor and umami flavor from the little bit of soy sauce or the little bit of coconut aminos and liquid smoke that I used. So it tastes like it went through a smoker. Even if you don't have a smoker, this is a great way to go to get kind of a nice barbecue-y smoky meat. Now I want to show you a couple of things. You can do all kinds of stuff with this pulled pork. I would make omelets with it. I'd make different kind of dishes with pulled pork in it. One of the things that's super easy to do is if you did some of the wraps and you want to have a sandwich, they make, Costco sells these egg wrappers that will make a really nice wrap with some lettuce and tomato and whatever else you want to put in it. But if you want a keto barbecue sauce, you can check out Alterna Sweets, and some barbecue sauce will go great in the pulled pork. And then one other thing is the Chipotle Ranch dressing, which I found from Chosen Foods, and also Primal Kitchen has them. I'm gonna set these over here. They are delicious add-ons, and we actually have a discount code for the Alterna Sweets, which is one of the best keto barbecue sauces I have found out there. It's absolutely delicious. We have a discount code below, so make sure that you look below and check on the link. So that's basically it. I'm gonna go ahead and continue shredding this up and storing it away, and I'm gonna have some delicious pulled pork for all kinds of stuff. All right, have a good one.